What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Force Strategy Gaming. Time for some more StarCraft 2 commentary. Today we'll be looking at a series between OGS, the STC, and EG's HuK. We can see HuK here in the far right position, also known as the 3 o'clock of the map Metalopolis, as our red Protoss player. And then over here in the far left or 9 o'clock position, we have got OGS, the STC, as the blue Terran player. So yes, Terran versus Protoss. STC versus HuK, first game in the series here on Metalopolis. I have commentated a lot of TVZs and a lot of PVZs lately, and I figured, you know what, it is about time I get a TVP in the run. And then I saw this series between HuK and the STC, and I was like, wow, that is going to be great. It has been probably almost a month now since my last HuK commentary, and the STC, obviously also a very strong player, playing for OGS, very, very talented Terran player as well. So this should be an excellent series, and I am, as always, excited to be commentating. I don't know what it is. Like, I love doing my Diablo coverage, and I love doing, like, Let's Plays and playthroughs and stuff, and the podcast, of course, as well. But there's something about StarCraft commentary. It's just so, like, invigorating for me. It sounds very odd, and it is very odd. But there's just something about it that I really, really do enjoy. So, yes, as always, I am happy to be doing some more StarCraft commentary. You can see Pylon and Gateway now down for HuK. He will be moving out with his Probe Scout, first checking that 12 o'clock position. He should then, upon realizing that the STC is not there, be moving directly over into the 9 o'clock position, at which point he'll be scouting out the main base. Now, he should be arriving there just at the tail end of this Rax finishing, so I don't think he'll be able to get much probe harass down. Taking a look over here, we can notice, quite notably, there are no refineries. So this is obviously going to tip us off to the fact that the STC will be going one Rax into expand, and we will have to see how HuK decides to respond. SCV Scout also moving out right now for the STC. And, ooh, what is he doing over there? This may not be a one Rax expand. We're going to have to wait just another moment to find out. Look at that proxy Rax. This is pretty intense here. Why am I saying that this is intense? Well, plain and simple, 2 Rax pressure, you see it very often in TVZ, but in TVP, oh no you do not. This is not the most common thing. Early Marine pressure can certainly be effective, and a very excellent job there by the STC of denying the Probe Scout. You will notice, of course, that HuK did not get the probe into the main base, so he does not know at the moment that the STC lacks a refinery. So this is going to be some early Marine aggression. And actually, no, he does have that refinery up right now, so he may, in fact, even be pumping out some Marauders out of this proxied Rax over here. We'll have to wait and see what he decides on, but nevertheless, there is early aggression coming out. Now, we take a look over here for HuK. He has got that first Stalker being chrono boosted out. He did not get a Zealot initially, just going straight for the Stalker. Stalker very strong against Marines early on. He's going to need more than just Marines to actually be able to push towards HuK and into his base. Now, we do have a tech lab coming down over here, still just pumping out Marines out of this barracks. What is this tech lab going to be coming out with? Marauders going to be the name of the game. Will he be getting that concussive shell as well? Yes, he will. So 2 Rax pressure with Marines, a proxied Rax, and Marauders. We do have that Stalker moving across the map. It looks like he did manage to kill off an SCV. And he, again, is heading towards the front of the STC's base now. He actually will be able to do a lot of damage. We've got those Marines coming from the backside. The problem is right now, this is going to be a tip-off to HuK of what's going on. Now, that Stalker is dead since he got caught a little too close to those Marines. He should be able to cut it off right now. I don't think he's going to get the angle to actually get away from those Marines. It will be very close. Marines getting so near killing off that Stalker. Stalker barely making away. Now, the fact that he did see those Marines from outside of the base should tip HuK off to the fact that pressure is coming. He has got a sentry up, and with that, of course, he will be able to force field out any of these units and prevent them from actually being able to get inside of his base. Now, that's going to be the case as long as HuK is paying enough attention. Here we go, Marauders waltzing right up into the main, and oh no, one Marauder makes it in. So this sentry going to get taken out immediately. We've got some probes trying to move down. They want to kill off the Marauder to deny vision of any additional units, but unfortunately not able to do so. And the Marauder is going to kill off that second sentry, and this is going to be a major problem for HuK right now because he will be getting those Marines and Marauders inside of his base. He's got another sentry warping in, but it's a bit too late. Just by a second, the bio makes it in, and the STC going to start to do a lot of damage here at the exact same time. We can see over here, he is coming down with an expansion, still just on these 2 Rax, pumping out units, and this is really unbelievable. The STC was just barely able to get into HuK's base. HuK trying to come out with some Zealots to try to do some damage. The SCV unfortunately stopped from building that bunker, but still, this is unreal, the amount of damage that the STC has managed to do. He's killed off 19 probes so far. Look at this discrepancy here in income. The STC in a phenomenal position, and he's still able to do damage with 3 Marauders left. Going to be dwindling down, though, down to just now 1 Marauder, finally forced out of the base. No, never mind, here's some reinforcements. Going to help them stay in here. Should be killing off that Zealot, going straight for the Sentry, and then killing off the Stalker, and I think he's actually going to be able to get it. Absolutely unbelievable early game aggression here from the STC, and unfortunately HuK not able to prevent this. He was so close to getting that Sentry Warping in and landing that force field, but with that Marauder inside of the main granting vision to the units on the low ground, the STC was just able to tear through so much of what HuK had, and as a result HuK taking devastating losses early on, and I'm really not sure what his plan is at this point. He is pretty far out of the game right now. They're still streaming in units right now. The STC trying to continue to do as much damage as possible and just be a nuisance. Back at home, coming out with some more racks. Again, he does have that expansion up and running. And there you go. This is really, really unbelievable and phenomenal early game play by the STC. Very unfortunate the HuK wasn't able to prevent that, and it's still coming. I cannot believe it. The STC is like, you know what? I'm still going to provide pressure as long as it's possible to try to continue to throw HuK off of his game. I mean, HuK's almost got no mining right now. What does he have? He's got 9 probes. 9 probes right now. You know, the STC could just chill back for like 2 minutes and then mount up a force and push out again. HuK really doesn't stand much of a chance scanning the high ground. That seems like a waste, but you know what? He felt it necessary. He thought he was going to get that Stalker kill. As you notice, the Stalker able to just barely get out of range. Seeing some more pressure still. Probes finally coming down to help out. 0 mining going on for HuK. So much mining downtime for the first 10 minutes of this game. And again, this is pretty much a no-win scenario right now for HuK. There's really nothing he can do. He is still only got a few guys mining, and still with some nice micro and continued reinforcements. The STC is just not letting up. He refuses to let up, and there we go. Finally, HuK calling the GG. Unreal. That is the first game in the series here between HuK and OGS, the STC. We saw in the early stage of the game some perfectly executed 2 racks with a proxy racks pumping out Marauder pressure from the STC, and as you can see, he was able to just barely get in the base before HuK got that last Sentry Warp in, and this allowed him basically to win the game at this point, able to wreak havoc inside of the main, and that was just very unfortunate there for HuK, but again, excellent play by the STC. Alright, that was Game 1. Game 2 coming up in just a moment. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks again, guys. Keep watching and keep owning.